Hello, students. This is Purushottam Vishwakarma, and today I am going to tell you the syllabus for the session 2021 for class 10th SST. Your question paper will be of 80 marks. Total marks are 100, 80 marks for your question paper, and remaining 20 marks for your internal assessment. We'll try to understand what is our syllabus in this video. So let's begin. Theory paper, that will be of 80 marks. Time duration 3 hours. 20 marks, as I told you, will be given from internal assessment. You have 4 books, actually 5 books: history, geography, civics, and economics. Same as you had in class ninth. Fifth one, disaster management, for activity purpose, for project purpose. Each subject will carry equal marks 20, and in all there will be 80 marks. What are the contents in our syllabus? Let's see. Course content. First chapter from history. The rise of nationalism in Europe. The very first chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe. Second chapter, nationalism in India. So you have to study from the first unit, from the first section. The first lesson, rise of nationalism in Europe and nationalism in India. Then comes section 2, livelihoods, economies, and societies. And out of these lessons, you have to study any one theme of the following: the making of a global world, or the age of industrialization. So you have to choose any, whether this one or this one, the making of a global world. Or if you choose the making of global world, then the age of industrialization will not be studied by you. And if you choose the age of industrialization, then leave the making of global world. So you have to choose any one out of these two. So in all, we have discussed 3 lessons. Section 3, one more lesson will also be there from section 3, everyday life, culture, and politics. And what we are going to study? Print, culture, and modern world. So we have to study in all 4 lessons in history. How many lessons in history we have to study? 4 lessons. Let's come to the next book, that is geography. The very first lesson in geography, resources and development, in which you will study type of resources, development of resources, land resources, utilization, land use pattern in India, soil as resource, classification of soils, and many more. In second chapter, that is forest and wildlife, it will be assessed only in periodic assessments. It is not for board examination. So basically, we'll study in periodic assessment, not for board examination purpose. The third chapter, we are going to study water resources, and this will also be evaluated only in periodic assessments, not in board examinations. So this is not important for board examination purpose, but it will be evaluated in periodic assessments. But most important thing here, it is in board examination, map work will be given from this chapter. So mind it, map work will be given from this chapter in board examination. As it is written here, the theoretical aspect of chapter water resources to be assessed in periodic test only and will not be evaluated in board examination. However, the map items of this chapter as given in the map list will be evaluated in the board examinations. So you have to prepare it. Fourth one, agriculture, we have to study. Fifth one, minerals and energy resources. And sixth one, manufacturing industries. So we'll study the fifth lesson. In all, there are 5 lessons in geography that are important for our examination purpose. Fifth lesson is lifelines of national economy. I hope this is clear. Now let's come to the third book, that is Democratic Politics, that is also known as Civics. This book is also known as Civics. First chapter, power sharing. Second, federalism. Third, democracy and diversity. But this chapter, democracy and diversity, will not be evaluated in board examination. So, two from the starting. Then, third chapter that is important for us, gender, religion, and caste for examination purpose, board examination purpose. Fifth one that is also not evaluated in board examination, popular struggles and movements. This is basically for project work assessed in periodic test only. Next one, political parties, and then outcomes of democracy, then challenges to democracy. The last chapter, that is challenges to democracy, will not be evaluated in board examination, only in periodic assessment. So if we calculate, there are 5 lessons for us that are important in civics. How many? 5 lessons. Now, last book, that is economics. First chapter, you have to study in this book 4 chapters in all, which are important for examination purpose. First, development. Second, sectors of Indian economy. Third, money and credit. Fourth, globalization. And there will be fifth one, consumer rights. That is only for project and periodic assessment. So for examination purpose, if we calculate all, from history 4, from geography 5, from civics 5, and from economics 4, in all there are 18 chapters which are important for our examination purpose. Now about project work, you will be given project of 5 marks. In this project, the marking will be like that: content and accuracy, originality and analysis 2 marks, presentation and creativity 2 marks, viva 1 mark. How you get your 20 remaining marks? That is also known as internal assessment. Periodic assessments, that are also known as PA, 10 marks. Pen paper test 5 marks. Assessment using multiple strategies, for example quiz, debate, role play, viva, group discussion, all these activities will give you 5 marks. Portfolio, that is also known as classwork and assignments, it is a kind of inspection of your notebooks. Subject enrichment activity, that is project work 5 marks. So all these collectively give you 20 marks. That is your internal marks. Remaining 80 you will be given from board. Now most important, map work, map items, list of map items for your examination. From history, there will be only one chapter from history in your examination. Outline political map of India, you will be given outline political map of India, and you will have to show, locate or label. Locate means to show where it is. Suppose this is the place, that means locate. And label, suppose this is Calcutta, this is Nagpur, this is known as labeling. Nagpur, Madras, Champaran. Okay, so what you have to locate and label: Indian National Congress sessions, Calcutta September 1920, Nagpur December 1920, Madras 1927. Important centers of Indian national movement: Champaran, that is in Bihar, movement of indigo planters, Kheda, Gujarat, Kheda Satyagraha, that is also known as Peasant Satyagraha. Then Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Cotton Mill Worker Satyagraha. Amritsar, Punjab, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Chauri Chaura, UP, calling up the non-cooperation movement. Dandi March, Gujarat, civil disobedience movement. You have to locate and label all these events where in political map of India. Then comes geography, outline political map of India. In 10th standard, you will be given only political map of India, not of the world. Resources and development for the first chapter, major soil types. You will have to decide, you will have to classify the major soil types. From chapter 3, that is water resources. As I told you, water resources will not be evaluated in board examination, but map works will be there in board examinations. Chapter 3, water resources, dams, Salal, Bhakra Nangal, Tihri, Rana Pratap, Sagar, Sardar Sarovar, Hirakud, Nagarjun Sagar, and Tungabhadra. It is once again written here. Chapter 4, agriculture, identification only major areas of rice and wheat. Largest or major producer states of sugarcane, tea, coffee, rubber, cotton, and jute. Fifth one, minerals and energy resources. For identification only, you have to identify the place. Iron ore mines, Mayurbhanj, Durg, Bailadila, Bellari, Kudremukh. Coal mines, Raniganj, Bokaro, Talcher, Neveli. Oil fields, Digboi, Naharkatia, Mumbai High, Basin, Kalol, Ankleshwar. Power plants, locating and labeling only. What are the power plants? Thermal power plants, Namrup, Singrauli, Ramagundam. Nuclear power plants, Narora, Kakrapada, Tarapur, Kalpakkam. Chapter 6, manufacturing industries, locating and labeling only. Cotton textile industries, Mumbai, Indore, Surat, Kanpur, and Coimbatore. Iron and steel plants, Durgapur, Bokaro, Jamshedpur, Vilai, Vijayanagar, Salem. Next, software technology parks. Noida, very famous for software technology. Gandhinagar, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, and Tiruvananthapuram. Now, chapter 7, that is the last chapter. Lifelines of Indian economy. Major ports, locating and labeling. Kandla, Mumbai, Marmagao, New Mangalore, Kochi, Tuticorin, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep, Haldia. International airports, Amritsar, Rajashansi, very important. It has been asked in many examinations. Delhi, Indira Gandhi International Airport. Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji. Chennai, Meenambakkam. Kolkata, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Hyderabad, Rajiv Gandhi Airport.